Hi there, it's Rob Yates here, CEO of Tetrakey.com, and I just wanted to take a few minutes out of my diary right now to welcome you to the Green Light Accelerator program. I'd also like to congratulate you on being part of the top 5% of people in the world who are taking themselves as seriously and their future as seriously as you are in terms of taking part in a program like this. Over the next 52 weeks, we're going to provide you with the opportunity to make the biggest difference ever in your life, in your career, in your business, into your commission structure, into anything that's important to you around the world of your business. We're going to provide you with game-changing content that normally we reserve only for our private one-to-one high net worth individual business coaching clients. This video that we're going to watch in a second from my MacBook here is around how you can get the highest possible return on investment from this program. And so I'd ask you to grab a pen and paper, keep watching, and dive straight into this short introductory how to get your return on investment section. This is a journey that we cannot do for you. We can give you every opportunity, but it is you that's going to make the difference for you. You are the person who's going to need to do the execution. Over the next 52 weeks, myself and my co-founder of Tetrakey, Mark Hopkins, will be following your journey carefully. We sample commitment documents that come through and see how people are getting on. And every once in a while, 5 people each a month, we offer a free one-to-one business coaching, live in-person coaching session. And we'll let you know who that is. So without further ado, let's jump into the material. So what I want to take you through is what we found to be the tools and techniques, the things you need to do to get the highest possible return on investment from your Green Light Accelerator program. After all, you personally, or your business, or your employer has invested a significant amount of money in you taking part in this program. So what are we going to give you? Each week, over the next 52 weeks, we're going to send to you by email a video which will last between 30 to 35 minutes, containing groundbreaking content on a topic. And many topics we will repeat 2, maybe 3 times, but each one will go slightly more in depth on what you've experienced previously. As with all knowledge is useless unless it gets executed upon. So with each one of those videos and emails that you receive on a weekly basis will be a workbook, and the workbook contains a series of activities that you go through over a 7-day period or longer to ensure that you put into practice everything that you learn in your video sessions. In the email we'll send you as well also will be a link to a commitment page on the internet, which we ask you on a weekly basis after you've completed your video to go through, complete the form online, and click send. That forms a commitment from you to us that you are executing upon your learning, and is something that we check to see A, whether you've submitted it, and B, to the quality of the submission. And the quality of the submission really lends itself to the quality of the outcome that you get. As you'll know, each month you will take part in a group execution coaching session where you and 15 to 20 other people who are roughly at the same place in the program as you are will spend an hour to an hour and a half online with one of our Tetrakey master coaches, or maybe even myself or my co-founder Mark Hopkins, where we're going to give you additional support, additional guidance, and where you get to commit to other people about how much you will have achieved and how much you'll have developed your business by, yourself by, over the next month. So let's move on. 6 steps to get a high return on investment. And the first one is simple. Take notes, and take thousands of notes. For those of you who know me, and if you haven't got to meet me in person yet, I look forward to having the privilege to shake your hand and spend time with you. I carry a A5, that's a piece of paper, legal size paper for all you wonderful people in America, folded in half, an A5 notebook with me everywhere. And I just take notes on everything that I think, that I learn, how I'm going to execute it, to-dos, things to go and give to other people, quotes, ideas. And I got this idea from Sir Richard Branson because it's what he does. And I have to say, it works. So take notes throughout the sessions. Feel free to pause the videos to take notes. And keep on taking notes as you go through this whole series. I wouldn't be surprised if you needed 6 of these A5, and I like the moleskin notebooks throughout this program to capture everything that you're doing. Personally, I use 8 to 12 of these notebooks a year. So take notes, take more notes, and take notes. And then go back and reread your notes, and then take more notes. Think widely. I'm well aware that some of you will be corporate executives, some of you will be business owners, entrepreneurs, some of you will be working in a sales function of some sort, be it maybe a financial planner or a real estate agent, or somebody who earns their wages primarily on commission or on a large chunk of commission. What I'd like you to do is to think widely. No matter what you do, everything is relevant to you. Now, if you're running a medium-sized business, building a solid marketing funnel, for instance, is going to be of vital importance to you. However, this also applies to you as an executive in the corporate world. You need to go and market what your team and what your department does in order to be sustainable. You need to go and consider how it is that the message of what your department does, its excellence and its efficiency, is communicated in terms of the department's brand across the business that you work in. So think widely about how each one applies to you. We'll do our best to, of course, give 1,000,001 different examples, thoughts and how-tos throughout the programs, but think widely at every opportunity. How does this apply to me now? And how can this apply to me in the future? Share. The fastest way to consolidate learning is to teach it. You'd never be a good teacher if you aren't walking your own talk. So once you have executed on this, go and share the knowledge you've got with other people, with family, friends, people who work for you, people who work alongside you. Go and share. Also share the fact with the world around you through 360 degrees that you're taking part in this program. Maybe it's something to put in your one-to-one sessions with your boss as and when you have them, in terms of what it is you're learning, doing and thinking. And certainly if you're working in the corporate sector, this is a great way for you to demonstrate how it is that you're thinking, growing and changing as an individual. In particular, share it with your loved ones at home. Personally, when I did a program like this, I had to take part in it and do it in my own time. And that meant that I had to communicate with my wife that for 1 or 2 evenings a week, I'd be disappearing for an hour at a time to go and do this activity. And on that note, diary time. And diary specific time, regular time, the same day of the same week, every week, to go and take part and learn. For me, I personally find the best time for me to do this is somewhere between 5 and 7 in the morning, as that's when I do all of my reading and learning. And so go and put that time in, and once it's in, stick to it. Even if you're on holiday, stick to it. We're not asking you to sacrifice your holiday, but we are saying that the things that you get behind in become harder to catch up with. So stay on top of it, even if you're on holiday. It's only going to be an hour or 2 hours. Lastly, do it all. You see, if week 1 leads to week 6, if you haven't participated fully and done the workbook exercise for week 1, when you get to week 6, you're going to feel a little bit like a duck out of water. So do it all. Put all of it into practice to 100%. Truly walk your own talk. And if you do that, you will notice how much different your world becomes, how quickly. So do it all. And the last thing is linked to your commitment documents. Be as specific as possible at all points in time. Cut out the business MBA, business school language and just speak in simple, plain English. When we go through your commitment document that gets emailed to us on a weekly basis, one of the things that we quickly look for is non-specific language. Because non-specific language leads often to no outcome, whereas specific language leads to specific positive outcomes. So get specific, stay specific, and be exact with what it is you're committing to. Rather commit to complete one simple thing to 100% than thinking and committing to 10 things of which no one gets completed above 5%. The last thing is I'm available to you throughout the whole of your program. I'm available for your feedback, for your questions, and Mark Hopkins or I may well end up doing a personal one-to-one free of charge coaching session with you throughout the program on a monthly basis. We each pick 5 names out of the hat and give you a free coaching session to support you along the way. But if you have any feedback, any questions, or would like more support in terms of maybe I'd like more around this personal psychology thing, or maybe I'd like more of whatever else, what I've done is I've made you my personal email address completely available to you. I am exceptionally busy, so please excuse me if it takes me 48 hours to get back to you, or slightly longer. I often travel for 30 hours at a time. But I will get back to you, and please send me that feedback, those questions, those thoughts, or the things that you'd like more of. And so that's it from me. 6 steps to get a high return on investment from your Greenlight Accelerator program. You'll get your first training email with your video, with your workbook, and with your commitment link in the next 48 hours. And we look forward to following your progress and growth throughout this next 52 weeks. So welcome to the Tetra Key family. It's a pleasure spending time with you, and I look forward to getting the opportunity to spend time with you more over the next 52 weeks.